So before I start this movie review, I just want to give a big shout out to IMDb, where I get all my information and fun facts from. What's up, everyone? I'm your host with the most, Movie Mania Nick, and today I went to go see the documentary film, It Ain't Over. It's a film about the life and career of Lawrence Peter Berra, or most of us know him as Yogi Berra. It was directed and written by Sean Mullin, and it starred, of course, Lawrence Peter Berra, or Yogi Berra, his wife Carmen Berra, his three sons, Dale, Larry, and Tim, and Yogi's granddaughter, Lindsay Berra, and some of his other family members, with appearances by his close friends and teammates, just to name a few: Vin Scully, Bobby Richardson, Derek Jeter, Willie Randolph, Joe Torre, Joe Girardi. Now, being a Yankee fan, I enjoyed this. Yogi Berra, basically, I grew up not watching, but basically all his antics when he was with the Yankees, and hearing about it, the stories, and even as a teenager, and even in my 20s, seeing him being there just to support the Yankees and everything else. This was great. I enjoyed watching this. The story of him, where he grew up in St. Louis and how he became a ball player, what he went through when he became a ball player, was not very good because of how he acted, how he spoke, how he looked. Was not your normal ball player, basically, in the 40s or 50s. So, with that being said, he had to prove everybody wrong, in which he did. And even becoming a manager, he had to prove everybody wrong, which he did. Also, it told the story of how he met his wife Carmen, and how she was a very pretty lady, and how this short dude, not the greatest looking guy, met her, but he fell in love with her, she fell in love with him, and the rest is history. It also tells the story of how he was a bad ball hitter. He would swing at pitches that were not even in the strike zone, but he would hit the ball. I mean, honestly, there are so many fun facts in this movie about him, and the stories, the Yogiisms, and everything else that you know about Yogi Berra. And it also showed the tension between Yogi and George Steinbrenner at the time, and what George Steinbrenner did to him, and of course how everything became fine in 1999 and how they got back together. And also, Yogi Berra was basically, he was the funny man of the team. But unfortunately, the writers, the press, they named him as a clown, a goofball, with all the commercials. But the Yogi Berra cartoon was, of course, after him. And Yogi did not like the cartoon. And I like it told the story of how one of his sons, who did become a professional baseball player, but kind of messed up his career in a way because he was doing drugs, Dale Berra, how he got his name. I like how they did that. And basically, when Carmen was pregnant with him, Don Larson pitched his perfect game, and she even said, if he strikes the batter, whose name was Dale, out, who was the last batter, when Don Larson pitched his perfect game, she's going to name his son Dale. That's how he got his name. But there's a whole bunch of other fun facts in this film. It's very good. It's very enjoyable. Like I said, if you're going to enjoy it if you're a Yankee fan, of course. If you're a Yogi Berra fan, I highly recommend to see this. It's an emotional film because we all know Carmen, his wife, died in 2014, and a year later, Yogi Berra died. And it was very emotional at that point. I even teared up a little bit, to be honest. But he lived a great life. He really did. With all the World Series he's won, and even as a manager of the World Series, he's won. He had a great life and a great career, and he had a great family. So rest in peace, Lawrence Peter Berra, Yogi Berra. And here is a fun fact, true story, that I did meet Yogi Berra when I was a teenager. I actually got an autograph signed picture of him. And at the time, he was basically signing autographs, picture autographs, right around the corner from where I was working at a supermarket. So I went over there with a baseball, and unfortunately I was told by him that he wasn't signing baseballs. And I asked him why, and he said, "I'm sorry." He apologized. He was very nice, very cool. He said, I'm very sorry, and he was only signing autograph pictures. I says, okay. So at the time, I got an autograph picture, and I still have it to this day, hanging up. So it was very cool that I did actually get to meet him in person. Very cool guy, very nice, very funny. Guys, that is my own personal opinion about the documentary film about Lawrence Peter Berra, Yogi Berra. It ain't over. As usual, smash that like button, support, share, hit that notification bell, notify me next video vlog will be up. Also, check me out on Instagram under the same name, Movie Maniac Nick. And remember, stay safe, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.